And we begin with an event that will be hard to top anywhere, the Pepsi 400 Winston Cup race at Daytona International Speedway. Now, this was the second event in which NASCAR has used the 15/16 restrictor plate. It has resulted in slower speeds. Mark Martin's pole Saturday was 5 miles an hour below that at the Daytona 500 in February when the 1-inch plate was used. But it's also resulted in good, close, competitive racing. It was Mark's 5th pole of the year. He has started in the top 5 for all 15 Winston Cup races so far this year. Early racing was for the most part single file as drivers tried to figure out their cars, the track, and how to drive with the smaller plate. But then as first pit stops were being completed, drivers began scrambling to get track position for the restarts. And by lap 50, it had become a 2, 3, and sometimes 4 abreast scramble for position on the track. Kenny Schrader caught an early plane for a Saturday night race at Oswego after tangling with Morgan Shepherd. Brett Bodine, right behind, kept going. Now, this track is normally wide enough for all the passing, but not today. Leader Mark Martin gets nudged by Jeff Bodine, who's nudged by Dale Earnhardt, and spins in front of the entire field that keeps the car to the inside, and everyone misses him. Michael Waltrip had a hard encounter with the second turn wall. A.J. Foyt had a hard encounter with him. And Dick Trickle's car was less severely injured. Foyt slid all the way to the dirt embankment that keeps cars out of Lake Lloyd, but got out under his own power and walked to the ambulance. On lap 102, during another caution, Martin makes his final pit stop. There are 58 laps to the finish. Will he have enough gas to make it all the way? Well, car owner Jack Roush thinks so, but in February, Darrell Waltrip was only able to stretch out 53 laps. The race's most frightening crash came 15 from the end when Lake Speed tumbled down the backstretch in a crash that involved 6 other cars, including Dave Marcus, who hit Lake after the flips were over. From another angle in slow motion, you can see there's contact between Lake and Sterling Marlin that sets off the incident. This and all other crashes during the race involved cars that were on the lead lap. No one was injured in this melee. The first 4 in points going in, Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace, Martin, and Darrell Waltrip finished 16 through 19. And this is how Darrell ended up 19th, a victim of one of those tight restarts. Defending champion Elliott led the most laps, but couldn't contain Davey Allison, who won with the smaller restrictor plate at Talladega. It looked as if Martin would be able to give Davey most late competition, but 5 laps from the finish, Mark ran out of fuel. The Roush crew miscalculated by 12.5 miles. He got 53 laps, the same as Waltrip in February. The win and the $100,000 bonus from Unocal disappear. Morgan Shepherd was able to pass Elliott and take second. It'll be his best finish of the season, but why didn't he make a run at Davey in the final lap? Well, he claims he missed the white flag and didn't know there was one more to go. Twice during the day, Allison came from the back of the pack, but obviously learned how to use the plate to catch up.
It's a scary feeling to think that you're going to get hung out to dry. And a couple of times we broke out of the pack and we were about 8 seconds behind the lead pack, and I kept watching and they kept looking like they were getting closer, and then Robert would call out a time off the leader, and all of a sudden here we are, we're right up there in 3rd or 4th place and racing for the lead again. It was kind of an amazing feeling.